services. And to Chairperson, Excellencies, Honorable Ministers and distinguished delegates, it is a great honor to represent the Republic of Mauritius at the Ministerial Conference of the Integrated Multi-Hazard Early Warning System. On behalf of the Mauritius Meteorological Services and the Government of Mauritius, I wish to express our sincere appreciation to the Government of Sri Lanka for hosting this important event and to the ROM's Secretariat for facilitating continued regional cooperation in disaster risk reduction and climate resilience. Also, I would like to present apologies from our Minister who could not be present in person, but he gave me this opportunity to read his message. Now, Mauritius, as a climate small island developing state in the Southwest Indian Ocean, is acutely vulnerable to the adverse effects of climate change. We are regularly affected by tropical cyclones, intense rainfall events, flash floods, prolonged dry spells, and rising sea levels. These hazards place significant stress on our infrastructure, economy, and the well-being of the citizens. Our national priorities are anchored in building climate resilience, advancing science-based services, and ensuring that vulnerable communities have access to life-saving information. Government has been involved in measures in decreasing the vulnerability by investing in infrastructure and policy decisions. There has been setting up of insurance scheme, for example, for the agricultural sector, and a land drainage authority was set up for proper building and land management to decrease the effects of flash floods and flooding. The realization of the setting up of a Doppler weather radar through JICA in 2019 is another government-to-government initiative. Mauritius is using this radar to have an observation field of 450 kilometers around the island. In the last 60 years, if we go a bit down in time, the vulnerability from meteorological hazards has evolved considerably in the Republic of Mauritius. Previously, it was tropical cyclones, which now claim less lives as compared to flash floods, which are impacting more on the economy and also on human lives. Regions once considered too safe to cyclones, being near to the equator, or being affected by cyclones. For example, in 2016, there was intense tropical cyclone Pantala, which hit Seychelles, and 9 years later, now Agaliga, just 2 months back, we had a direct hit by intense tropical cyclone Shigeo, with estimated gusts of 250 kilometers per hour, and that was a direct hit. Communication was disrupted for almost 2 days, and people had to were left to themselves. Later, Garance was close to Mauritius, and it hit La Réunion almost directly, and the cyclonic gusts exceeding 250 kilometers per hour, and heavy downpours leading to landslide and mudslide as reported by the authorities there. Our country is facing long periods of dry spells and high intensity, short duration rainfall, which is now becoming common. These impact directly on the economy of the country and increasing the burden on the Mauritius Meteorological Services to provide more accurate warnings so as to reduce the downtime so that the economy is least affected. Mauritius is also losing its coastal regions but due to erosion, due to sea level rise, and of course there is also the sea surface temperature which is rising, and the temperature just below, so affecting the corals, whereby almost 75% of the reefs have already been affected. And these play a great role during cyclones, so they stop the and decrease the effect of the Celsius weather. This will directly impact the tourism industry, being a tourist destination. Now, in terms of institutional commitments, the Mauritius Meteorological Services, currently under the Prime Minister's Office, plays a central role in providing timely, accurate meteorological, hydrological, climate services, besides also being the official authority for issuing warnings related to natural hazards in the Republic of Mauritius. It also is committed in enhancing our early warning system and delivering tailored information to support decision-making in sectors such as agriculture, water management, public health, aviation, marine services. Here we have to emphasize that Mauritius, though it's very small, we can say around 2,100 square kilometers with a population of around 1.4 million people, and we have a vast area of responsibility for aviation and for marine services. So the Mauritius Meteorological Services, it participates in forums like SACOF and SWIOCOF, and MMS, so MMS is Mauritius Meteorological Services, issues its seasonal forecast based on the in-house analysis from outputs of all available inputs from global centers and from these curves. The warnings into action is realized by the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Center, which also is a disaster management office for some countries, where representatives of various concerned organizations are present and they take collective decisions. Currently, MMS and the DRNC are working on early warning for all and CAP selective broadcast CBC. So, the Tsunami Warning Center for the Republic of Mauritius is hosted and operated on a 24-hour basis at the Mauritius Meteorological Services. The MMS, well, just to share with you, this year it almost 100 years since we are operating our dance perceptual anemometer, which is very rare in the world, and it is one of the rare meteorological services which is still maintaining this apparatus, and we have quite a few of them. And of course, this tells us about the long existence and the experience which the MMS has. And in terms of support for the RIMES Master Plan 2026-2030, Mauritius supports the goals of the RIMES Master Plan and the priority areas it outlines, including the development of end-to-end warning systems, user-centered services, and anticipatory action frameworks. We welcome the opportunity to work more closely with RIMES and regional partners to strengthen our capacity and to emerging and evolving climate risks. So, Mauritius reaffirms its commitment to regional cooperation through RIMES. We look forward to scaling up engagement in technical programs that support our national strategies and improve the resilience of our people. Together, through solidarity and innovation, we can build a more secure and climate resilient future for our region. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mauritius.